Hi, I'm Arthur Perkins. Welcome to episode 6 of Mousekind, The Guard Prevails. We have had no technical issues, and I don't make mistakes ever. This is the first time we've done this reel. This is our second to last episode. Everyone's here. We've got stuff. Last week we did Moto Bushido. We should talk about that. It was pretty
Oh man,
amazing.
that was fun.
Yeah, I finally got to play card games on motorcycles.
I have a question. What does penultimate mean?
We already covered that. Penultimate means second to last. Thank you.
Yeah, the chat didn't get to hear that.
I know.
That was the only good part
But
of
the
it.
thing was that this time around he didn't say penultimate at all.
I know. I didn't.
I know. It's funny, right?
I just want to remind everyone this is the first time we've done this, and there have been no mistakes so far. Zero.
All I
None.
can hope is that Fraser is a little less slap happy than he was last week.
I don't have any cookies at all this time. Just straight up water. Slap happy.
So I think in 2 weeks I'm going to be doing Mass Effect from noon until 8 o'clock, which is showtime, every day, forever and ever. For like a week long. See if I can power my way through Mass Effect, and then on Mondays and Tuesdays I'll be trying to get through Mass Effect 2 and 3 before our good friend Mass Effect Andromeda drops. So that's my plan. Also, we started a play-by-email Civ 6 game. We've got half the players so far, waiting for the last 3 to join. I'm interested to see how it goes down. I got an interesting plan where we play on a map called Snowfall, which is a 6-sided, exactly the same in every way starting area. So everyone's completely equal, and there's one like central area that everyone's areas lead to, and then all of the city-states are on tiny islands, so it encourages people to both do land and water. Normally, we never have any water in our games at all, but anyway, that's me babbling. If you don't play Civ 6, you have no idea what I'm talking about, and that's okay.
Good. I know that.
Water is good. It allows you to go fast. I want to go fast.
And live.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Final note is that I got my Virgil Levinger memorial charity stream animation of Count Swan with a floating electrum piece flipping over and over with dollar signs in his eyes.
As I said in the Burning Crowns chat, it was money.
Yeah, it was money. So I now have 2 more pieces of fan art than any other member of the cast, with my total of 2 pieces of fan art so far.
Well, you know, it's just because the prophet Demetrius can't be depicted in art.
Against the religion.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think literally my first action at the beginning of the next session is going to be getting a group portrait.
Yes.
This is us before we launch the grain campaign, and I secretly become emperor.
Yeah.
All right,
Swan.
let's do some introductions. I don't know. Sam, let's start with you.
I am Sam, aka Wizenedfool, Wizenedfool on Twitch. I am playing on Sunday in Burning Crowns with AP. Other than that, I am just sort of, doing things. I'm playing in a Blades game, but that's not going to be streamed. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I don't have a lot going on right now.
And he's digging into dark matter, and he doesn't even know what's about to happen.
That's true. Dark matter. He has no idea.
Now.
Yeah, it's true. I'm halfway through season 2. I'm prolonging it, stretching it out. I'm also just playing through a backlog of games right now because I have a lot of time on my hands. So I just been playing through some Dark Souls, playing through some Doom, playing FTL a bunch more, even though I already have like 300 hours in it.
That is a lot of FTL.
I really like that game.
I could make it to the end.
So bad at it.
Boss number 2 is as far as I could get.
I cheat.
You're
like I had
scum.
to.
We're fucking Kelsa, how have you been this week? Fucking
Oh wow.
scum.
You know, pretty good. I'm gonna have to cheat at video games. Maybe I should. I don't know. I've got 100 hours on FTL and I still haven't beaten it yet, and then I gave up. But you know, I've been pretty well. I'm in 6 role-playing games a week. I play lots of games. You can find me here on AP's channel 2 days a week for Mousekind and The Sprawl. As well as if you like Blades in the Dark, I'm streaming 2 that, one on Monday and one on also Saturday. And then Apocalypse World and also Burning Wheel. So lots of stuff. Follow me, yada, yada, yada.
What a surprise.
How is that Apocalypse World game going?
Oh my god, it's so crazy.
Like out of 5 stars.
6.5.
Oh, nice.
It went to Crazy Town. It's episode 3 and we are already in Crazy Town.
What kind of apocalypse is it?
There are screens everywhere that constantly replay the last day that broadcasts counting down to the end of the world.
That's
People avoid-
terrifying.
And people worship them or avoid them. And we're in the avoid them crowd, and we're now captured by the worships them crowd.
You're gonna get really bad eyesight from having to watch all that TV.
Pretty much.
Apocalypse World.
Oh man.
All right.
It's weird.
Fraser, let's talk about you and all these games you're about to run and how you're a developer of these danknesses. I mean, just unstoppable dankness.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
The Veil is at, I think it's already at Indie Press Revolution, so it's going to be going out to the US backers, all the other backers. It's already been shipped. And because of how far international people are, they'll probably arrive at the same time as the US people. Synchronicity. And
that was planned.
Exactly. Definitely planned. What else? I'm working on a supplement for the Veil called Cascade that makes it like a altered carbon kind of setting. I have Young at Heart out, which I'm playing at the Veil and Young at Heart. I'm going to be at Breakout Con, which is in Toronto. So if you're American, I probably won't see you.
Wow.
You'll be living in my heart. And yeah, it'll be sweet because I'm playing in a Headspace game with the designer Mark Richardson, who's Canadian, and Hamish Cameron, who designed the Sprawl, is going to be there at the same time. So it'll be all 3 of us playing cyberpunk goodness.
To be fair, Toronto's closer to me than a lot of the United States. I'm still probably not going to drive there, but
Yeah, you could. And that's
yeah, exactly.
That's good. One day, maybe next year. Oh God,
I've been to Toronto before.
Toronto's pretty nice. I like it. But yeah, so it's pretty exciting because it's not only is it my first con ever, but I'm a guest there too. So it's also a great honor.
You're doing it right.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't get too anxious or anything. If so, I'll just bring some Oreos, right?
That seems to work for you. So
Apparently. 4 Oreos plus, and I'm good. And that's me. Also, on all social media, you can find me at just Fraser Simons because I'm not inventive as these people.
My name is the thing. Okay. Virgil Levingers.
It's also a good pun.
What's a good pun?
Your name.
Name one pun.
Because like AP and you do actual plays.
Oh. Yeah.
I also did Adventure Paths.
Ooh.
I thought that was intentional.
It's also my name, Arthur Perkins.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. It works perfectly.
Except that there's some like Swedish guy named AP Gaming who does Call of Duty knife trick videos, so I had to put the reel in.
That's why there's a reel. I always wondered about that.
Because he's way realer than you.
Yeah.
It's probably because you think you're cooler than me.
That's
You've got
it.
designer shades to hide your
Mike
face.
Faulkner. Yeah.
You know what? He doesn't make a lot of good songs, but the
Well,
ones he does make are pretty catchy.
all I know is, Arthur, can you do Call of Duty knife tricks?
I don't know.
Ah.
I
He's
don't
too
play Call
real
of Duty.
for that.
Listen, I can. Let's talk about Battlefield Bad Company 2 Carl Gustav tricks, right? People used to get really upset when I was going 20 to 1 kill death with that thing. They'd be like crouching down behind a barrier just in a gunfight with people and be like, all right, no one can get me here. I'm super safe. And the barrier would explode and they'd be like, okay, I'm dead. APGamingREAL, who the fuck was that?
Yep.
Speaking of who the fuck people are, Virgil, how's it going? Is a cat attacking your
Cat's
screen?
going wild for some reason.
Yeah, I
He's
can see the screen moving. It seemed very cat-like.
sleeping at this time. So the cat is going wild.
I understand.
Probably you can hear the background noise, I bet. Because there's a dryer making
No,
fun.
I don't. We're good. We're good, buddy. How you been?
Just recovering. I had a seizure yesterday, which is very hard on me. So I feel like I got hit by a car.
That's not good.
And I still have like a residual headache that lasts for a few days usually. But I'm just gonna try to, relax, play some games, hang out a bit.
All right. Sounds good to me.
I might try to like sedate my cat as well, which I haven't done, but
Oh.
now
Don't give it Oreos. Or Fudgios.
no, all I have is like,
I dipped my toe into competitive Overwatch today, and I
Get
think
wrecked?
I
You
must
got
be
wrecked, didn't
like,
you? Yeah.
something is like crazy because my team swept, so like I must be like the luckiest person ever because I like
It stages it. You start out with easy matches, and then it gives you progressively harder ones to see where you start at being average.
That makes sense.
We played it together. We had a night where we had 6 people on my Discord, and we all rolled up at once. We won 8 of our 10 placement matches, and everybody ended up in the 2100s, which is high gold.
Nice. Yeah, so might play more of that. Yeah. Good times.
Okay, well, let me mark down the time here. Does anyone want to prologue the last episode?
Does anyone have any conditions that they can clear?
I don't.
I do not.
I
Or
thought you
tax
said-
nature, right?
Or tax nature, yeah. I got my nature back, so I'm good there. And I think a lot of people taxed it when we were fighting things.
Oh, you guys fucking...
My nature is tax, but I don't remember. Okay, hold on. I remember what happened. Okay. I think I can recap here. So we got, after the last mission, we got called back to Lockhaven, but that there is like a giant bullfrog that we should look out for. And instead of fighting the bullfrog like Arthur thought, did something much more clever. And I'm hoping that somebody can remember what it was.
what did we?
You lassoed the bullfrog and rode it until it was exhausted.
Yeah.
Right, we rode it around.
And Kelsa was at the top of a tree being like, boy.
Because that's what Gerald Seelington's belief was, his goal was rather. And then, and Kelsa was the only one who's actually doing our mission of watching out for fires. Now I'm remembering this. And then we did stop somebody who was trying to light a fire. I believe it was a ferret. Um,
I don't think the ferret was starting a fire. I think
Oh,
it was
no,
just
no.
in the road and we spotted it.
yeah. So it was after we did the fire watching. We got summer rained on. And then we got called back to Lockhaven because we did a mediocre job of pretty much everything we've done so far. And on the way back from Lockhaven, we found a weasel trying to map the area. And we were like, yeah, that cannot be done. And so we leapt into action. I killed the weasel and it launched the map off and away. And then we chased after the map instead of going back to Lockhaven. And there were like 6 weasels trying to get the map and one like super tough weasel. And then I shot a flaming arrow at the weasels at the map and burned it up. And then I think we just went back.
Yeah, we went to Lockhaven.
I think there was something to do with the fire, but I think also that Kelsa just kind of like actually did the job and just like kept an eye out for fires and we were fine.
Yep.
Okay. Does everyone feel well reminded and satisfied?
Yep.
Yep.
I'll be more satisfied.
Very well. You can recover from hungry, thirsty, angry, or tired, or a point of tax nature.
Much appreciated. That was a bit lackluster, but I remembered some things at the end.
Fantastic. So, you find yourselves in Lockhaven before Gwendolyn, who is briefing you on your new mission. She says, "It's good to see all of you. I'm glad you have fared well in your travels. The loss of your elders is devastating, but I'm dispatching several teams of guard patrols in order to hunt down the foul owl that has done this to our people. I have a task for you in the meantime that will take you further east. If you feel you are all well rested and prepared."
I'm like nervously twiddling my tail, but I'm like, I'm prepared.
I'm shivering a bit and sneezing, but trying to keep up a stalwart face. Our leader, matriarch.
Yeah, you have our services, Gwendolyn. Marigold says nothing.
Sorry.
Gwendolyn will remember this.
Exactly.
I nodded.
Life
Okay, yeah,
is strange,
it's fine.
Marigold.
And so it shall be.
There is a predator that lives within our borders that few are told of. An enormous bear that lives between Ironwood and Longspire. On the right, yes, should be. There's a cave atop a hill. When the beast sleeps, we send unto it gifts that it may hibernate through the winter. During the summer, we must bring to it more gifts, fish, berries, nuts, whatever it takes in order to appease this creature that it does not swallow up mice, or trample our towns, or make any of our citizens fearful. Your guard patrol task is to go to the bear and keep it in its lair. Bring it whatever it requires, whatever it needs. When you are done, report to Port Sumac for reassignment.
Understood.
Okay. It's now time to write beliefs, instincts, and goals for this particular mission.
Marigold's in love with Gwendolyn. She said, "As you wish."
As you wish.
Exactly.
It was supposed to be secret.
I didn't say anything. I just sort of like give you the
Is it just me, or do you think, reading between the lines, that Matriarch Gwendolyn was telling us to kill the bear?
I don't think that's what she said at all.
Yeah. If she said that, it translates to "you're useless and you should die," because we would never eat a bear.
Now with that attitude, Fraser.
Okay. A bear I don't even think like, on the tier of the things like a bear is within our grasp to like
even fight.
Yeah.
Not even close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, can we try to ride the bear?
In its hibernating seclusion.
So it's not hibernating anymore, which is why they're sending
That's the
you.
problem.
Yeah.
Is to keep it from leaving its cave.
5 of us playing this game with like bows and arrows and swords would have trouble taking down a bear.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true. That is very true.
I mean, I'd be fine. I would construct a trap to kill the bear.
Maybe almost more trouble than the Mousekind.
So the bear like comes at us unknown. We luckily have like spears. So
Well,
that-
I would just cast magic missile into the darkness and be fine.
well, I mean, that's a disadvantage, I think.
Probably.
I need a goal here. All right, here we go.
So I think these are the type of things that we usually get approval for.
Maybe.
No.
I've got an idea for a
Goal. See the bear up close.
That's
Check
good.
it out.
I'm gonna keep my belief. Life is short. Live it to the fullest. Instinct. Take immediate action.
Gerald is very YOLO lately.
His
Yeah,
dad did die.
that's true.
It's true.
That makes one YOLO, not Lolo.
Also changing his name to Lolo.
Yeah. I'm gonna make my
Rhoda.
goal to maintain the peace or truce with this creature of the forest.
The truce.
I feel like it's an
Interesting.
uneasy truce or something that we have with this bear, or no?
Yeah, I mean, no one really directly communicates with it on a regular basis. They just give it food and hope that it'll stay in. And so far, it hasn't like wandered around and destroyed any cities.
Does anyone have like speaks bear on their sheet?
Oh, Ben, no. No, I don't. So my previous belief had been that I will not let my sickness hold me back. Since I'm not sick anymore, I have changed it to Arturo is reckless. I will keep an eye on him to make sure he does nothing stupid.
That's gonna be tough.
I know, but
That's
I'm
gonna
gonna try.
nice.
I'm gonna try. Somebody needs to keep an eye on you or you will die.
Is that your goal or your belief?
That's my belief.
Excellent.
My goal is I will ensure that the bear is well appeased. And my instinct is I will always put others' safety before my own. Actually, can I just change my belief to someone needs to keep an eye on Arturo or he will die?
Yeah, that's a good belief.
Okay, I'm gonna change
Very
it to
strong.
Your belief is Arturo will die without me watching him.
Therefore, I shall look the other way.
that.
He shall call for help, and I will not answer.
Yeah, tough love. You'll live.
Arturo, what's your goal?
My goal is to make Matriarch Gwendolyn proud.
Well, that's a ways off. Just kidding. I love you, Arturo.
I feel like you're gonna have to work really hard to accomplish that one. I'm not certain.
Okay, I'll make it. That'll be like a more long-term goal.
That's your instinct.
Yeah, your instinct is to do Gwendolyn.
So I will say
My goal is do better than the bare minimum.
touch the bear so that I can brag to my
Uh,
friends.
Oh, your goal is to count coup the bear.
Yeah,
Touch the bear.
My goal is to get the bare necessities.
The bare necessity.
Oh, that's a good one. And my belief is a little bit longer this time. The area between cities is dangerous and lawless. As the guard, we must be the law in these places.
Okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
We don't have jurisdiction there, though.
No, that's the only place you
No,
have
that's the
jurisdiction.
only place we have jurisdiction, between cities.
Oh, between, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true then.
And my instinct is still, I run towards the danger.
Great.
You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Look, we only have 2 more episodes, so it's okay for Arturo to die.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, death is probably never.
Listen, if this is a quantum universe, right? There's a universe where you are actually a mouse playing out this. You really want Mouseiest to die in alternate universe 9999?
You know what? I think it's just that I've done so much GMing that I've become callous about like any of my characters.
Yeah, I have that problem too, actually.
Man,
I have
was-
I have the exact opposite problem. I never want any of my characters to die.
I was just having because as a GM, your characters always die.
Yeah, and so like they
And-
all just kind of feel like NPCs to me.
Let me tell you about this man, Ronald Swad.
I was just having a fight over the fact that NPCs are not just there to be killed.
Oh, that's not what I was saying at all. But
That's what a lot of players believe, and when the GM starts believing that as well, that's when.
Yeah, they're not there to die. They're there to make the most interesting story possible, and sometimes death achieves that.
right. I would agree with that. But yeah, I basically just don't mind my characters being in a real bad off place when I leave them.
Yeah. Well, that just means that you have no love in your heart.
I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
Oh.
My belief is the strength I have found within will be enough to protect my fellow guard mouse.
Aww.
Goal to maintain or create the peace or truce with this creature of the forest. Instinct, always consult with my comrades.
Okay. What does it look like when the 4 of you set off toward the bear's supposed lair?
The most cute thing that you could imagine. You tell me what it
Thanks,
is.
John Harper. Now,
Um,
imagine something really cool.
Got it.
One of my favorite moments of all time. Not gonna lie.
Okay, well, so what? It's spring.
It's
No,
summer.
it's summer now.
Summer.
Oh,
You're
summer.
setting out in the summer heat eastward out of Lockhaven. And you won't be following any roads. You're going to have to travel through the wilderness.
Maybe
I-
we have like that mirage effect as we're like walking down the road and then veer off into the forest or something. Then.
yeah, I think Arturo kind of comments, at least we're in the shade. He's just sort of trying to be stoic, but sneezing a lot. It's not feeling well.
Doesn't feel like you're exemplifying it very much if you're not actually sneezing. Sneeze, Stab! I'm just kidding.
No.
Achoo!
He's right. You have to actually sneeze in order to get the award.
I have to do little mouse sneezes.
You could get like something and like tickle the inside of your nose.
You know what? Kelsa just set too high of a bar last time.
When I was literally actually sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need to get like all Phoebe Buffet up with her being sick, where she just goes out and kisses sick people to get her sexy voice back. Just be like,
What? All right. So let's cut back to this bear cave.
"You're friends." It's a
Get back to
well-known
reality.
pop
The
culture.
mice going to the bear cave.
You were-
Yeah.
You arrive within a half mile of it and can see the cave atop the hill in the distance.
But we don't have supplies to feed it yet, correct? They didn't give
No,
us
you don't. You have to get them from this area.
Oh, okay.
It's going to
Okay.
be everyone's favorite, a series of skill challenges.
It'll.
Yes.
I bet that Arturo could actually harvest now, maybe.
The first thing you need to
better at
do,
hunting than harvesting.
someone is going to need to hunt, and you help hunt with Lore Mouse.
There you go.
I have 3 points in hunting.
I have also 3 points in hunting.
Me too, 3.
And
but I have Laura Mouse.
I also have Lore Mouse as well.
Nice. We
You
could
could
just.
also help.
So. Oh wait, no, I don't. I have scientist.
Oh.
My bad.
What about Gerald?
What did we need? Sorry, my cat is needing. more.
You'll need either hunt or Laura Mouse to help Arturo hunt.
I have Lore Mouse too. Help.
You do have Laura Mouse? Oh, that's good.
I have hunt. I will hunt. I will hunt with you.
What do we think about? I feel like Marigold might try to take the lead on this hunt.
I was thinking that, but I, as well, if y'all don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, I think I kind of like that fictionally, that like kind of Arturo tries to sort of step up and lead the hunt, and you're like, nah, I got this. I got this.
Come on, Arturo. I know just the thing what bears like. Let's go get a basket full of berries. Okay?
All right.
What are you guys gonna hunt? What's around here? What are we looking for tracks wise?
Berries. A basket full of berries. I just said that.
I thought the berries were to like lure a real thing that we kill.
Is there any rivers nearby? Try to make a net.
A knit?
Fish are always good for luring bears.
Well, I figured we could start with something.
Meanwhile, AP
Excuse
just
me, I'm
like
sorry.
shakes his head every like 15 seconds.
I figured we could start with something like berries, and that would be a good offering to get started.
So hunter is to hunt animals.
Yeah,
Let's get
that's
some
what I was
fucking
thinking.
fish.
Fish are an animal.
Yes. So
Fish are
you're
an animal. Let's get some fish.
Fish are mineral, actually.
Is fishing a skill as well?
it's all hunter.
All right, I've got hunter.
Catch some bait because I have insectress.
That's different.
I say you let him help.
I will
because
allow you to help with insectress.
Because it's
Sweet.
cool.
That's an awesome skill.
I have Laura Mouse, so maybe I'm just
Victory.
maybe I'm like your spotter, right?
Okay.
No, what if you like know the certain type of fish that bears like best?
They're called salmon.
Trout.
Bears?
Salmon. Sockeye salmon.
Salmon.
Right there. Over yonder.
How do you know this?
About the salmon? Well, I think I grew up in Port Sumac, actually, so haha.
You know a lot about fish.
Yeah,
That makes
I-
sense.
I was raised with the fish.
He's like, we're like walking to the stream and he's just like listing different kinds of fish.
You
Yeah,
came
okay,
to the
everybody-
fish.
Is everybody able to help me here?
I was born into
I
it.
would like to help.
What are you helping with?
Hunter.
I don't know if you can help a skill with that same skill.
Oh,
I thought you always could do that.
I have Lore Mouse, so I'll help with that then.
Yeah, I thought you had to help with like lure mouse or.
Okay, so I've got one from Lore Mouse and.
All right, go ahead and help with hunt.
Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
I don't know for sure, but my understanding was that it was like kind of like Burning Wheel where you could help with the skill or something relevant. But I could be wrong.
We'll just go ahead and do that.
Sweet. I'm gonna roll it.
Nice.
You needed to, and you got to. That's rough.
And in the
Enough.
background, you can hear me being like, you could cook them, you could fry them, you could.
All right, Bubba.
Exactly.
Yeah, you murder a nice big old salmon and drag it back on land.
Oh, do we have to say murder it?
Yes.
Caught. I think the bear will murder it. It's still alive. We're just bringing it. Oh, okay, it's dead.
Bring it on land, Fraser. I don't know about Canadian fish, but
Canadians only eat frogs, don't you know? They put them in poutine.
Feels bad saying that you murdered something, right?
Next up is harvesting for nuts and berries.
Oh, who's good at harvesting?
Oh, harvesting. Okay.
Yeah, you need to.
Finally comes into play.
You can help harvesting with Weather Watcher.
I
I've
have
got
that
Weather
too.
Watcher.
I've got harvesting.
And like, yeah, it would be good for you because harvesting can like tame that adventurous little.
Luckily, I have a weaver, so I can make auxiliary portions of the baskets to carry more. I just pick some reeds and I like weave them in and extend the baskets up. We gotta have bigger than mouse baskets for a bear, Arthur.
That sounds right. It's the
All
tail
right.
of it.
All right. I'll give you this one.
And yeah, because actually, Fraser, what you were saying is like, if you remember back in character creation, we talked about the reason why he has Harvester is because his father sent him off to learn how to, to just be on a farm for a while because he was causing too much trouble in
It's
Blackhead.
true. It tames that
Oh,
inner
your
fire.
poor father.
So I get 5 dice.
All right, you're looking at
We're all-
difficulty
we're all
2.
sociopaths murdering and laughing at dead fathers and things.
Yeah. I absolutely judge the people who play with me on a scary basis.
I need to pay attention to Discord a little bit more, maybe.
Discard. Okay, 2 successes.
We did it.
Excellent.
So we all like are heaving and hoeing all of our bounty of bear food. I'm like, is there a normal protocol drop-off point?
The last thing you need to do is cook the food and leave it.
Oh, we gotta cook it too.
You gotta cook it.
No problem.
I know how to cook really well. Is there anything that you might suggest for specifically cooking for bears?
Baker helps with cooking.
Well, I know how I can help.
What was that, AP?
Why don't we make
Baker.
a lovely berry sauce with the berries? And just do a light sear on the salmon.
What I will help with.
You're gonna deliver this perfectly grilled, like salmon and raspberry sauce with fruit of the forest accompaniment in a cornucopia.
Yeah, I start digging up like garlic and onion, pick some sage,
Ooh.
Put some basil in there.
find a white
I
pepper.
mean basil?
Basil it up. Basil it up.
Basil as if it's a name.
You know, I was
Basil
gonna
as if it's
say
a
that I
verb.
wanted to help with the thing with Herbwise instead of Weather Watcher. So I should have done that. It's too bad.
Herbwise will help here.
I can't help myself though.
I mean, if you're cooking.
I mean, everybody has cook though, don't they?
No, I don't. But I've got 2 potential things that I will pitch to help with.
Am I the only one with cook? Really?
First would be survivalist, because I can make the fire really good for cooking.
No.
But the second, which is I think even better, is potter. Because
No.
How would that? Wait, you're gonna
well,
do this?
because we need to build like a ceramic stove.
No.
Not the skills that are the problem, it's your pitching.
We're not gonna be.
You're
like,
not gonna sit out here for
Yeah.
days building
We're
a
not-
kiln.
This isn't our new home.
Well, then how would you use baker?
fire.
I assume through chemistry. Baking is almost entirely through the use of chemistry. Precise measurement. Oh man, we're gonna have a discussion about bacon after this, man.
No.
You add even half a cup too much flour, and that thing is done. It's gone.
I will agree with you there, but you need to have an oven to bake.
You
Got
know,
a
I have
fire.
salmon downstairs. I'm gonna go eat it later.
You don't have to have an oven to bake.
We're gonna come back. Virgil's
Alright.
cat's gonna be perched on his head with a little piece of fish,
lose.
and
I have-
Virgil's gonna have a whole salmon hanging out of his mouth.
I
We
can't
go-
help then.
When we go camping, we just have a fire.
Look
we
at that
put
cat. That is a contented cat.
it.
Listen, our cats need to have a cat get together where they just scream at each other on stream.
I don't have a cat.
I've got nothing to help with them.
Cat D&D episode.
It's only herbology or whatever that helps.
It's only baking.
Oh, I have none of the.
You have herbology?
No. I was just wondering.
I was the only one that had that had Herbwise, but I'm also the only one that has Cook. So
I have
All year.
skinny, so I'd like to call on the trait skinny and give up a fourth.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
You could use one of your traits.
All right, well,
Listen, as long as we're being ridiculous and talking about cats, I want to say the sci-fi show Expanse
Oh,
did a
yeah.
recap where all of the characters were replaced by cats.
oh man, that was so
That
good.
sounds
Instead
super
of Julie Mao, her name was Julie Meow. It was really good.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
He drinks and he looks and he drinks a lot.
I was like, this is spot on recap.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Okay.
how they managed to like skip 90% of the story and they're just like, everything that happens up to the asteroid, we forget it. And then we just jump right to that part.
Right? I mean, it wasn't that important, really.
Meanwhile, on Earth, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Just a cat with its little paws moving around on a keyboard.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
fine.
sure that they had little cat hand things that they were using while the
Yeah,
cat's paws were
definitely
out of
did.
frame, but it was so good. All right,
Expense is pretty good. And
let's
it's
talk
like-
about this cooking. You need it too. Difficult too.
Okay, and I'm getting help from nobody?
Nobody.
I've got nothing for you.
We're really setting a new
Uh.
wave of gender relation agendas here, where all of the
Right,
men
right.
sit around and do nothing while the woman cooks.
Can I spend a persona here to tap my nature for this?
Yes.
All right, let's do it.
It is
Let's figure
within
out
your
whether it's
nature-
in or out of your nature.
It's within your nature to make a.
I don't think it's within mouse nature to cook food, unfortunately.
Well, everyone knows how to make an au jus. Keep in mind.
That's not a thing that people say.
Maybe in France, that's about it.
knows how to make a jus.
I'm willing to tax my nature on this if it's not within my
I
nature.
feel like it's a taxable.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do it.
Perfect.
4 successes. Oh man, look, my first 2 dice were successes. I could have just left it on 2 dice.
That's not how
Never know.
quantum
There's
dicing
no
works.
way I could have done that. There's
You never know. Anyway, you cook the shit out of this. right?
Yeah. You now have a cornucopia of offerings for the bear.
Also, basil is. You can say it either way.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Basil is the herb, basil is the person.
You can physically say it.
Correct.
I'll agree.
All right, I think we have like we have like a scene where like she's cooking and like she like finishes it and I like try to like get like a scoop of the food and she's like slapping our hands away.
I definitely hit your hand with my wooden spoon.
Nice.
This is for the bear. You need to leave it, Arturo.
We should name the bear.
Actually, has anyone named the bear already?
Boogie.
Sure, its mother named the bear, you weirdos.
I mean, a nickname that mice call it because we don't speak bear.
We named the bullfrog.
Yeah. What'd you say then, Virgil? Huh?
Well, that was more like a pet situation.
Oh.
When you adopt something, then you can
So is what you're saying that we should make the bear our pet?
name. I
I
mean,
name it.
either the bear moves in with us. or-
No, we should not make the bear our pet. That is a bad.
I name it Grumbleskilson.
Ooh, Grumbleston is a good name.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go feed Grumble. Or sometimes, as we call it, G-Dog.
G-Dog. Okay. Perfect. Let's talk about feeding the bear. Someone will need to approach the bear using Lore Mouse to speak with it.
Oh, I
You
don't
can
have
help
that.
with Hunter and Scientist.
I'm
I
gonna.
have Lore Mouse.
I will help with
I insist
scientist.
that I approach them. Like, look, I came all this way, and I need to see this bear for myself.
Oh yeah, right. You have the for sure.
Yeah.
I will help
We
you.
want to be careful that we don't try to feed the bear while the food's still too hot. It'll hurt his little bear mouth. Then everybody will be sad.
Okay, we all gather around and blow on the food just like just right.
Okay.
I will help you. I know the best way to approach bears silently.
You just show up when you're right behind it, like, "Hey, bear, how's it going?"
Hey, Barry, hungry.
Pew, 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 pew.
All right, so then
And as we supplicate it with this meal, I will put a last little thing of garnish on the top of this meal.
Okay.
I get
Who
one
is
dice for
lore
helping,
mousing?
and then how many do I get if I tax my mousy nature and spend a persona?
Persona.
You get to add as much as your nature.
Yes.
We can't talk to bears, can we?
Lore mouse can.
Lore mouse can?
Yes, lore mouse is how you talk to animals.
Oh, I'm
Wait,
pretty
who-
good at that. I have a 3 in.
I think it's Gerald is talking to the bear.
Yes. So I go up and hold the bowl aloft, full of the bounty.
Oh, it weighs way too much for you to lift.
Both of us do maybe. We
All right.
probably just scoot it in there.
You bring it on a litter.
You scoot it up like a little rock where it'll sit prominently.
The bear's ears perk up and it pulls its bare head off of its bare paws and like shakes its head and gives like a little row growl.
Oh, mighty bear, we have brought for you a breakfast to fill your belly and cement the friendship between the mice and yourself. And I like step back and bow deeply. Wait, sorry, I forgot to do the thing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
6.
Perfect. The bear. Now you need someone to roll Persuader for the bear.
What?
Yeah,
What is
manipulator.
Persuader can be helped by Manipulator.
I have Persuader 3.
Okay.
I Persuader 2. I will. Can I help with Persuader as well?
Yes, and Gerald can help automatically because he's your translator.
And I will help with manipulator.
Awesome.
Okay.
Gerald, you're helping with Lore Mouse.
Okay.
Says the like scent wafts up and it hits its nose. Then I say, hopefully, as Gerald was saying, this cements the friendship and truce that we have. We will take care of you, mighty Grumblestiltskin.
And I will say, and look at this fine salmon, freshly caught. Delicious, delicious salmon. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah. It knows what it is. It can smell. Okay, so Persuader, I have it in 3, and 3 people are helping me?
Yeah, I think we should definitely be really nice to the bear, and I want to just be really sweet as we offer it the food, just in a really supplicamental manner.
I did say supplicate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that.
Birds.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3 is 6. What is this challenge rating?
3.
3?
50-50 chance.
I will also use calm for me for my trait in a way that is hopefully not going to like shock it and make it attack us or anything like that, you know? Just be like graceful and no sudden movements and stuff. Oh, that's not the best. So
Are we
So
getting
that
some
happened.
leak from
If Sam gets knocked over by the bear, does that count as his goal?
What was the? So this is a failure. Oh,
Yes,
no.
it's a failure.
Oh no.
I didn't need a failure.
Well, too bad. Got wrecked.
yeah.
tell if it's smiling or snarling?
I think
Get wrecked.
someone has the music high enough that for some reason we can hear it through their mic occasionally.
I can mute me and then see if it's.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll mute myself as well.
So while you offer this bear the the offerings that you have, it says,
My name is not Rumpelstiltskin. It is Misha.
and then like and starts like on the basket and like ripping it apart. All of your hard work goes everywhere, and then it like eats the salmon and starts picking it up. It looks like the bear is actually satisfied.
I would like to poke the bear.
No, don't.
Yeah, I
Really?
would like to stop you from poking the bear.
Yeah. This is the scene where like you get hit over
so
the head.
sorry, Misha, that we didn't think to ask your name. And no, stay back. Don't poke any bears. No.
I have to touch it.
No, no,
I
stay
have to
back.
touch it.
It looks very soft.
I would physically hold him back if I have to.
If this was still a children's show, we could teach them about consent right now. But
Well, it is my goal to do so. So I would like to try to get to this bear so that I can pet it.
your goal is to pet it?
No, just touch it to say that to be able to say that I touched the bear.
I thought your thing was about establishing the truce or something like that. Like mine, it was similar.
No, I'm pretty sure that my goal is touch
What?
the bear so I can brag to my friends.
Yep.
Did you write it down? Do you
You
look at your
did.
character
I wrote it down
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, I got it right here on my character sheet.
Okay,
Well,
well,
As we all know, my goal, my belief directly conflicts with that, and I will
Before any of that happens, we're still in the GM turn.
right.
And so the bear is happy and he's eating up all the fish. And that's when a mouse with a spear riding a bullfrog dashes by at high speed
Arturo's best friend.
and grabs the head of the fish on its spear and continues going away. And the bear's just like,
What was that?
Any chance it's
I
gonna
would like to immediately spring into action, as is my instinct.
okay, what are you going to do?
I'm
This
gonna
mouse
try
is
to
getting
take him
away
off-
with your peace treaty.
I'm gonna try to take him off that frog with a well-aimed slingshot.
Okay?
Simultaneously, I would like to
Anyone.
act on my instinct and run towards the bear to pacify it. Whoa, 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 whoa!
so it's like
All right.
rearing up or something, and you're like,
So,
"Ugh."
Gerald, this is a OB 3 fighter. And
Can't make it. Then.
Uh,
I'm no fighter. Damn.
I
Arturo.
still want to stop Arturo from coming at the bear and being like,
No, Arturo, stop. Just you're gonna make it more angry.
Arturo, you have an OB 3 persuader.
Are you sure I can't use manipulator? I'm
But-
gonna try to like, be like, oh, it's okay, Mr. Bear. And I'm just gonna try to like persuade it using
I already told you it's
manipulation and cuteness.
Hey, you're supposed to say Misha, right?
Manipulator is supposed to be using lie. Well, it is soothing platitudes. Yes. Okay. Yes, you can use an OB 3 manipulator.
It's okay, Misha. It's
Does
okay.
Kelsa like?
I want to, can I help with Persuader?
Yes.
Because I don't want him to die.
Um,
And if I can't stop him,
After Frogman.
I'll help.
Can you look at me real quick? That's literally all I can do, huh?
I would like to invoke my mousy nature, which will probably tax it,
Oh, absolutely. You're trying to touch a bear.
and I will cuddle against the bear.
This is such a weird scene.
Each of its claws is about as big as your body.
I
is.
imagine it as like the bear is like sniffing the mouse, and the mouse is like just like touching its nose.
No, he doesn't even care about you. He's sniffing the remains of the fish. And you're like, no, mighty bear, please.
I'm specifically touching it though.
Yeah, I get that. No, I understand.
I
I
have 3 dice for Kelsa's help, plus 5 more from taxing my nature and spending a persona.
Difficulty 3.
To touch the bear. This is a weird scene. The opposite of touch the rainbow.
I succeeded.
All right,
Great.
the bear
Broke
kind of
something.
calms down. He chills out and he's like, it's fine. Do not need all of that. Fish head is actually not so good. And he starts like eating the berries of the forest you got, and he's like, yes, raspberry is good. Would have gone better with honey glaze.
Oh, You know, I didn't think about that.
Yes, bears like honey.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am bear.
so obvious in hindsight.
I'll help. Um,
Gerald, what's happening with you and
I
chasing
wanna
down
help
and
Gerald, yeah.
slinging this poor,
I
unfortunate
can't
bandit?
actually attack anyone. It's not one of my skill sets.
You can default to health, I think.
Oh, you don't have like
Isn't there like a beginner's luck thing in?
Oh yeah, you could do beginner's luck.
well, but
What's that?
virtuals, you've got to have something, right?
I thought all of us started with at least 2 in fighter.
Yeah, I think you have to have fighter or something.
I don't think you have to have anything.
Yeah, as soon as you take a rank, it tells you like you get.
Yeah, but I don't think his rank required fighter or hunter.
Yeah, so you can use your health to help you out.
Great.
You can also use Wises to help you out here. Help and gear. Yep.
You have frogwise.
You use half the number of dice that you would have.
Ooh, yeah, you can use Frogwise to take out his frog.
That's kind of mean. Though.
You can't use Frogwise. Someone else could tell you Frogwise wise.
Oh.
This isn't Burning Will. You don't fork things in. People help with Wises, and that gives them a firewall. They don't have to take the consequences of bad stuff that happens as a result of your roll.
Okay. What can I help with fighter?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll help by instructing young Gerald where to best aim to get the mouse off, kind of thing.
You
Like,
Soldier
aim for the head.
76ing, you're like, look there, a crack in his armor. It's shaped exactly like that banana nut muffin you're holding in your hand.
Yeah, maybe he like disappears behind a rock, and you're like 3, 2, 1, fire, and then he like comes out and like fling the
Fling it,
sling.
and it goes like point of view.
You
with
needed
the
2
rock.
successes.
Boom.
Okay, so I
Perfect.
can knock him off.
Yep. Bam. You knock him right off of the frog. The frog continues to go hopping away, and the bandit is stuck. And that is the end of your mission.
Is it?
It's now player turn.
Does he unlock that skill too now, or whatever?
You start learning it.
Just in time for us to have one more session.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do? It's player turn time now. Who's got checks?
We all have one.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone used anything against themselves.
I only made one roll, and it was to pacify a bear. I didn't want to die.
All right. So the bear behind you is happily munching away on a glazed salmon and has agreed to continue the peace of the people of the mice. You have knocked a bandit off of his frog mount. The bandit has a fish head on the end of the spear. And at the end of this, you need to make it to Port Sumac. Tell me what you want to do.
I want to interrogate this bandit.
Very well.
I approach. Is he like arming himself with this spear, or?
I mean, even if he was, there's a giant fish head skewered on it. It's like a giant waffle Nerf bat fan for him right now. You can see him trying to stand up while forking on it, but it's not working. The fish smells horrible.
So I'm just like, drop it. What's the meaning of this? We'll feed you to the bear instead.
You can't stop me, Mouse Guard.
We already have.
I'm a member of the proletariat. You bourgeoisie scum can't keep me down.
I will go up to him and push him and say, we can do whatever we like.
What?
We're in charge here.
We're the law, and you're
All right, no.
having a
No.
contest.
Like immediately, like you're like, we can do whatever we like, and immediately you're just like staff just like wraps you on the head, like
I just like sit down.
You really need to sit down.
So I'm just like, are there more of you? You have a group? Where you come from?
Where do you go? Where do you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Are you interrogating him, or are you just talking to him?
Interrogate him.
I mean, it's a pretty strong talking to, Arthur.
All right, it's manipulator.
I don't think I can actually manipulate. What about orator?
No, it's still manipulator. Definitely manipulator because that's an intimidation.
All
You
right.
can
well, I just
use
lecture
you
all
use
and-
half of your will dice if you want to start a manipulator.
Can I
All right, so
can I
that's a
be the
4
good
die.
cop to his
Okay.
People
bad
can
cop?
help with persuader.
You know what?
I would like to help with persuader.
Same.
Tell me what you're doing to this mouse to both intimidate and persuade him to help you.
Well, when some intimidating bullies like Arturo come up, I literally physically stop them from being such jerk faces.
Good
Playing
cop,
good-
bad cop. Yeah.
Good cop, Marigold cop.
And I am like definitely needing the help from these other mice because I'm probably like still nervously holding my tail while I'm trying to get information.
The Woody Allen interrogation. I understand now.
I just need to know what you're doing here. Spill the beans.
I help by saying, you might as well tell him you wouldn't like him when he's angry.
I'm too stunned and dizzy to help.
Okay, so that gives me great. What's the
You
obvious?
get half of your will, and you get 2 helping dice, and you're going against Ob 2.
And the shadow of Bartholomew mixes with yours as I stand behind you to give you great leverage.
Yeah, well, that leverage is really goddamn good.
Wow, that's, yeah.
He's like, okay, fine. All right, I'll tell you what I'm doing out here. I don't live in the cities. City folk are just utterly consumed with their own importance. I live in the wilds, man, as mouse life was intended to. I'm not one of those bourgeoisie like you guys. I don't enforce the law. Out here, I am the law. The law of the wild, man. We mice, we don't need clothing. We don't need metal weapons. We just need the tools of our ancestors. Frogs, leather, spears, and live at one with nature.
Look, I'm not good with frogs and leathers, mate. It's just we're trying to keep the bear from going nuts. If we keep it well fed, it sticks around in its cave.
No, man, don't you understand? You're imposing your societal order on the bear. The bear needs to be allowed to rampage freely across the land as bears intended.
Is that
Society is to flourish within the free market, or there'll be no growth. If you see no growth, then there'll be decline in population.
No, man, we need the bears to do what they're doing. Listen, I don't think you understand how the interconnectedness between the means of production and those who work on it, man.
Look, I'm all in favor of labor unions and everything. It's just that people are properly organized and under the right cause, like trying to keep the bear from going crazy. You know, you must get on board.
also we worked hundreds of years to get to this point, and we'd rather not, sacrifice our population for a idealistic view.
He's just like, I don't have to listen to you.
And I take his sword and bring the fish
got
head
a-
back to the bear.
got a spear. You're going to drag the spear fish head over?
Yeah.
Okay. The bear just eats it as a snack.
And yeah, as for
Do you need me to take care of problem?
yeah. As for this
Everything
this
will be
mouse,
just
what do you guys
fine.
want to do about the mouse, the hippie mouse?
I think that was my turn.
It was.
Take him off to jail, but I have to clear my sickness.
Okay.
I can try to clear your sickness for you.
That would be good.
If you want me
That would be nice.
to trust me again.
Yeah, if as long as I can help by harvesting some good ingredients with harvester.
All right. I'll allow it.
Nice. What's the ob? I think it's like ob 4. I
think
It
it
is.
I think I'm gonna get some problems here.
An Ob 4 test for the healer to you get the condition gone.
Okay, I think I can do this.
Well, first we got to do Arturo's thing, which is gathering the ingredients.
Oh, can
Oh, I
I?
thought I was
I help?
helping on her.
Oh,
team.
you're helping with it? All right, yeah, I know. I got
Well,
it.
if he gathers the ingredients, will that give me a bonus?
Well, we'll just say it's a helping test. Yeah, you get a.
He doesn't want to use his turn on it.
Yep, you get your one.
I'm willing to use my turn on it, so don't worry.
Here, you need to drink this, Arturo. You're just gonna make yourself sick if you don't.
He like
Just
starts drinking
say the
it.
word "milk of the poppy" a lot. That'll make it seem like it's legitimate medical treatment.
Right. And I would like to I'd like to use determined for myself here.
Yes.
That costs me a persona, right?
Try to hurry though.
No.
It sounds like there's
Nope.
wolves.
Okay,
around.
sweet. Let's do it. I got 7 dice to get 4 or better. That should be enough, right?
That's what I thought.
Nope.
That's that Count Swan 2 for 7 right there.
Sorry, man.
You
I
got
tried.
8 though. Could try.
I soaked up all those 6s.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
Arturo, your hunter is reduced by 1.
No, not Hunter. I just got it up to 3.
Hunter reduced by 1.
Oh no.
Your sickness is finally alleviated as the fever breaks, but your left paw will never be the same. You just don't have the kind of feeling in it you used to.
It's
All right.
numb.
He's lost that love and feeling.
I want to I want to see what you guys want to do about this mouse. Should we just let him be on his way, or do you think he'll be disruptive?
We should arrest him.
Yeah, we're trying to interrupt the mission.
Yeah, you think so? You're muted, Marigold.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think there's a law against living out in the wilderness between cities.
There is a law against interfering with very high sensitive activities of the guard.
Obstruction of duty of the guard.
I say we throw the book at him.
Throw the book at him.
Take him to mouse jail.
Mouse jail. Well, I don't know. Like, all he was trying to do was feed himself from that fish head, right? Is that what he was trying to do?
He was trying to take the fish head for himself.
For all we know, is some type of ritual to summon demons.
That's not a thing.
Probably. He was probably going to use the fish to try to do a ritual to remove the scent border.
I don't think that's what was happening at all.
No, that's... Magic is not a thing in the mouse card universe.
Yeah.
You say.
I want to convince him. Do we have to use a check in order to get to Port Sumac? Or
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
So I want to try to convince him that at least like his manner of lifestyle is fine, but disrupting the guard is not a thing that we can abide, because like hundreds of lives literally depend on us and what we are doing. So I want to educate him rather than there should be a release, not a punishment.
You want to rehabilitate?
I could go for persuader or orator here, but I definitely need to hear a speech.
Okay.
I would like to help out. I definitely agree that what we need to do here is to teach him the error of his ways. That it's fine for him to live alone in the woods if he really wants to, but that he should not endanger the lives of hundreds of mice, of all of Mousekind, by forcing his own way on us.
Mice shall never kill mice, and that is exactly what you'd be doing if you obstruct the guard again with this.
I am specifically not helping because I think rotted mouse prison.
Okay.
Mousetonimo Bay, right off of Port Sumac.
I have a 3 in Persuader. So they and Marigold is helping, yeah. Is anyone else helping?
Gerald, would you like to help decide the fate of this young mouse?
Well,
Muted.
I'm kind of in
There you
favor. What are you trying to do with him? Because I was just bringing him in.
Okay.
Must out of my way.
No, that's when it starts. That's how it all starts.
I feel like this is gonna. It's looking like this is gonna be a battle within the party.
It's a duel of wits.
Yep, it's a cabinet rap battle right here.
No. I mean, I'll follow the leader's lead because
Okay.
that's the chain of command. But I'm not going to help persuade this guy.
All right,
We'll
Arturo.
see how it ends.
Wait, what are you trying to persuade him exactly?
Just
We're
to
trying-
not interfere again with us.
To not be a bad mouse.
Yeah. Good mouse.
Clearly,
Uh,
seems that he doesn't think that's bad.
Well, we just need to convince him that interfering with guard mice and at least respecting other mice and their way of life is as good as what his way of life is, so that he doesn't interfere again with anything, not just us, but guard mice stuff. But he's still allowed to like live out here and do what he wants, right?
That's what I think. I think he's a lawbreaker.
Okay. Okay, so
He's in agreement on that, right? Like, there's probably some law against interfering with mouse guard patrol.
I don't know. Not that I.
It's obstruction of mouse guard operation.
Obstruction of mousy justice.
Obstruction of mousy justice.
But I mean, all he did was take like the head of the thing, and then the bear didn't care either.
Yes, but who knows what kind of disastrous consequences could have happened by allowing the bear's food to be tampered with. Could have endangered all of Mousekind.
Well, I don't know about that. Okay.
The more you talk, Arturo, the more I'm sure that this needs to be a rap battle.
I mean, I'm happy to do a duel of wits about this, but I don't know that I can because I don't have a check.
But it's somebody else's check. This is what they want to do. Let me ask you, Bartholemeus, could you be persuaded to perhaps be a bit harsher on this mouse? Or are you dead set on allowing him to run free after you give him a stern talking to?
I could be persuaded to do a little bit more harsher, like we could like mark him or something. I don't know. We could put a little red paint on him so people know he's trouble.
I don't think that's how it works at all.
Yeah, I don't know what harsher is, but I don't think he should be imprisoned for just like running on a frog and taking like a head or whatever, right?
Is there any precedence on this that we could refer to? Since I don't know the lore enough to know the answer to that question.
It's left up to the individual patrol leaders. So basically, it's going to be Bartholemeus' decision anyway.
Oh, okay.
Whether you want to be lenient on this guy or whether you want to bring down the hard book of the law.
I feel like if we were to like go harsh on this guy, he would just become even more radicalized, right?
Radicalized.
Isn't that not a word?
No, that's a word. I just wouldn't use it to describe a Robin Hood character.
Well, I mean, Robin Hood is pretty radical.
I mean, we might not be using radical in the same way there. He's radical in the way that Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is radical.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not using it that way. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's time to roll, man. Let's do some more 8.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, no matter how, you choose to live, you still need to respect the lives of the other mouse people and how they live, and what you do directly affects your fellow mice, and what you've done today has endangered us all. So, in Mousekind, it seems like a big thing is mice shall never kill mice, right? So that is exactly what you're doing when you interfere with guard mice business. So do what you will with how you live, but don't endanger your own kind, at least.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Difficulty 3.
Okay. Can I tax my nature?
Yes.
Cool.
I don't think this would be taxing.
Okay. Cool. So 4 is an 8. Okay. Haha. I had a 1 over success. So maybe he sees the error. Maybe he wants to become a guard mouse now.
I don't think you convinced him that well.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no. Is that something you want? Like, he's just like, I understand now. My harsh actions have like hurt other people by my negligence of society. In order to change the mouse guard, I'll have to do it from within. Decentralize.
Yeah, join the guard.
He's like, I'm going to Lockhaven right now, just as soon as I find some food.
Here, take this flyer. We have a great benefits package.
Yeah.
I mean, when you talk about the benefits package, she's just like, why should the people have to pay for the benefits that you receive when you're performing a civic duty? Shouldn't you just be honored to have a chance to serve?
Yeah. Go tell them. Go.
I break off a piece of that special bread thing that we carry that is completely muddled after the Tolkien stuff.
The lembas bread.
Yeah, and then I give him like a little.
Oh, he takes it in his little mousy paws and starts nibbling at it, and he's like, "Thank you so much, man. I'm gonna remember you, and you, and you, and you. I'm gonna tell everybody about this encounter."
Thank you.
Go in peace, Fred.
Mouse recruiters.
Fred, how did you know my name is Fred?
What?
It's your friend.
I know,
Yeah, Fred.
I know, but this guy is. All right.
That's exactly. We
He whistles up for his frog and is just like, Bulma, Bulma,
Oh God. Okay.
Bulma.
Yep.
All right, I believe we still have one person with a check left.
Get checked.
Arturo, what are you doing?
I cured my sickness.
No, that was mine.
That was hers.
Yeah, and now you got a limp.
Limp in your arm, an arm limp.
Whatever. You got a funny boat.
Do we need to make a roll to get to the next city?
Nope.
What could I do that would help us here? Any suggestions?
Maybe something that calms you down so you're not all freaking fiery all the time. Go harvest some more. Get some more berries.
Man, I'm at a loss here. I know that I would like to obtain. No, that's not a good idea. Out in the middle of nowhere here. If I knew what the next mission was, I could prepare for it. But we won't find out. So, can I like make it so that we can get there faster, so that I can help impress Gwendolyn, which is my ultimate goal?
Yes, make a pathfinding check.
Cool. Would anyone like to help me?
I hope
you
so.
didn't help me, so let me tell you the story. No, just kidding.
I would like to help you, for sure.
Difficulty 3.
Cool.
I too have Pathfinder. Blaze the way, young friend, and not like our other friend.
Madness.
I love the idea that he's standing on the back of the bear, like looking out over the landscape. He's like, I've never been this high before. We go that way. And like everybody else does the Washington crossing the Delaware where they all move on the back of the bear and hold him even higher? Unfortunately, that's a failure.
Wait, how many do I need?
You need 3.
And I will re-roll a 6.
Perfect.
Explode.
Don't get wrecked.
Knowing my luck, I will get wrecked.
But not like this. It won't be by your hand.
Close.
All right. So when you all arrive in Rustleaf, you realize you're a couple of mouse days north of Port Sumac.
So now we're late.
You're all super late, and unfortunately, Arturo, you're angry now.
No.
You're angry. When
I'm
you
so-
finally arrive in Port Sumac, you're angry. Let's talk about beliefs, instincts, and goals.
All right.
Arturo is reckless. I'm going to keep him from doing something really dumb.
I slightly changed that.
Very well. Tell me the new one. That's
The one that I made it into was someone needs to keep an eye on Arturo or he will die.
Yep, that makes sense.
She tried.
I tried real hard. Real hard.
And you helped him so that he didn't fail at hugging.
Yeah,
Bear.
That's true.
And that's your belief?
Yeah, that was my belief.
All right, take fate.
Thank you.
Get faded.
Maintain the peace, Bartholemeus. That's your
Yes.
goal. Take a persona.
Woohoo.
Gerald, see the bear up close. Take a persona.
Definitely saw that.
Arturo, touch the bear. Take a persona. Marigold, what was your goal?
My goal was to ensure the bear is well appeased.
Take a persona.
Yeah.
Let's talk about instincts and beliefs for everybody else, because I didn't get them all written down.
My belief was the whole "I am the law" thing.
I feel like you backed off that.
You could have done a.
Yeah, you could have fought. You could have fought real hard with your patrol leader over that, but you didn't.
We could have done a duel of wits over it.
He could have, and you said no. We offered it to you multiple
You could have
times.
mousy hopped to it, but you didn't.
It's almost like the GM saw that and was trying to instigate it for you.
All right. I did run towards the danger.
Yes. Playing to your instinct earns you fate.
Hug it.
And I also would like to change my belief.
Well, we'll talk about that when we come back from the break.
Okay.
I should also get fate here from my instinct of I will always put in another safety before my own. When I went ahead and just jumped in there and helped out Arturo because otherwise he was going to die.
Okay. Take a fate.
Thank you.
Always consult with my comrades.
Did that happen?
Yeah, remember I was like, what do you guys all want to do about this mouse?
Take a fate.
Yeah.
Virgil. Gerald. Talk to me.
My belief is life is short, live it to the fullest.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did it. All the fun things. Go see the bear, chase after the guy.
Helped fishing.
Take a fate.
Fishing, I did. Yeah, I did everything.
What was your instinct?
Take immediate action.
Did you do that? Yes. Take
Never.
a fate as well. All right. Let's do some voting. Who was most valuable player?
Oh, I didn't do my belief too. The strength I have found within will be enough to protect my fellow guard mice, which probably didn't come up.
I don't feel like that happened.
Yeah.
I didn't feel much internal strength from you.
No.
Nice.
Who gave the crucial contributions so that the patrol could complete their mission?
It was pretty well balanced. I mean, I like weaved the baskets,
Yeah.
went fishing, other people harvested.
Okay. Let's talk about workhorse then. Who carried the group through the tough stuff with all the right skills?
All the right skills. Cooking. We couldn't have done it without cooking.
Marigold.
For real. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was the one that helped with all the bear stuff and also ran down the beef.
True, but that might be MVP instead of workhorse.
I would say the opposite, actually. Marigold would have MVP for cooking, and then he would have
okay.
workhorse.
Yeah,
Boom.
Yeah.
Each you
Seems-
take a persona. Let's talk about embodiment. That most elusive of awards.
Yep.
I played up sick.
Yes,
this
you
time.
did.
I tried so much harder.
Is everyone in agreement?
I played
That
it.
you tried really hard. Oh, you're definitely a tryhard.
Yeah. You got like the black lung cough going on. Got the black lung pops.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to give it to me if you don't want to. That's fine.
Oh yeah, you were trying to do the thing.
I just got Zoolander 2 on my Netflix queue. I'm afraid to watch it. I
I
don't.
heard it was terrible, so I,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not great. But that, like, the first Zoolander is a really, like, great movie, but it's not like a good movie.
oh, it's amazing.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. Let's
Yeah.
not bash it. I feel like we can go to break early and come back in like 7 minutes for a second half. Then
I feel like we should have a duel of wits over if Zoolander is good or not.
I like the movie.
What? Yeah, it was just I just thought that was funny.
oh boy.
Making points back and forth and stuff.
So we'll be back in about 7 minutes with the second half of the show. Stick around for Mousey Justice.